Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're checking out the EPOMAKER GX1, a wireless gaming headset that offers triple mode connectivity, RGB lighting, a detachable microphone, and virtual 7.1 surround sound, all for just $49.99. Now, if you've heard of EPOMAKER before, it's probably because of their mechanical keyboards. So I was actually curious to see how well they could translate that experience into a gaming headset. I've been using the GX1 for more than a month now, not just for gaming, but also for watching movies, listening to music, attending Microsoft Teams meetings for work, and even taking a few phone calls. So this isn't just a quick first impression. I've spent enough time with it to know what I like, what I don't, and whether it's actually worth buying. Check out my previous GX1 video, with link in the video description below, and it will also pop up in the screen now to know what's inside the box, the full specifications, and my first impressions of the EPOMAKER GX1 gaming headset.
Now, let's move on to the build. The GX1 definitely looks and feels more like a dedicated gaming headset than a portable everyday headphone. The leather is incredibly soft. It almost feels like you're touching powder. The headband is also nicely cushioned, with a large embossed EPOMAKER logo on top. The ear cups have an open grille with RGB lighting behind it, which I think looks nice and gives the GX1 that gaming personality. The ear cups tilt up and down, but don't swivel sideways, and the headset doesn't fold, so this is really more suited for desk or home use. It's mostly plastic, but it doesn't feel cheap. In fact, I find it more flexible and less brittle than my SoundCore Space One and UGreen HiTune Max 5C, while still feeling very sturdy. The inner ear cup cloth is also soft, with a large R and L marking for the right and left sides. Now, the GX1 is definitely bulky, more like the Razer Blackshark X in terms of size, but that extra bulk comes with thicker cushioning, which makes it very comfortable, even for long sessions. At 320 grams, it's also over 50 grams heavier than the Space One and HiTune Max 5C. So if you prefer a slimmer, lightweight headphone, this probably isn't for you. Overall, though, I think the GX1's build quality is very good for an all-plastic gaming headset.
For connectivity, you have everything. You get Bluetooth, 2.4 GHz wireless, and wired modes, and both wireless connections were fast and stable in my testing. EPOMAKER rates the 2.4 GHz latency at 25 milliseconds, and I honestly couldn't notice any latency on either wireless mode. Bluetooth range is also impressive. EPOMAKER did not specify the version, but I got around 100 feet even through several walls, comparable to my OpenRock Link 2.0, which has a Bluetooth 6.0. There's no Bluetooth multipoint here though, so you can only connect to one Bluetooth device at a time.
The 2.4 GHz receiver is cleverly designed, with both USB-A and USB-C. The USB-A portion is just an adapter. The smaller USB-C section is the actual receiver, and it even leaves a USB-C port available for another device. However, the dongle stays active even when the headset is already turned off, so you have to unplug it when you're done using it. And unfortunately, on the 3 different smart TVs that I tested, the dongle couldn't be detected as an audio device.
Wired mode also has limitations. Using the included 1.5 meter cable, the headset cannot be turned on. And since if off, all controls don't work, so everything has to be controlled from the source device. Keep in mind though that my unit is an early edition, so some of these issues may already be fixed in the production version. If you own a GX1, let me know if your experience is different.
Comfort is another area where I think EPOMAKER did a really good job. I've worn this headset for an entire workday. Teams meetings, music, videos, and some gaming, and I didn't experience any pain in my ears or on top of my head. The memory foam and soft leather really help here.
However, I do have 2 complaints. First, the ear cups are a little small for my ears. They fit, but larger ears might have a harder time sitting completely inside the cushions. Second, the headset can shift if I rapidly tilt my head sideways. For normal gaming or working, that's not a problem, but it's not something I'd wear for physical activities. And because these are leather-covered cushions, they can get warm. Here in the Philippines, I definitely wouldn't recommend wearing this outdoors or in a non-air-conditioned room for long periods. Sweat and synthetic leather aren't exactly best friends. Interestingly, EPOMAKER officially describes the GX1 as open back, and that also explains something I noticed during testing. There's quite a bit of sound leakage. So this isn't the headset I'd choose for a quiet library or an environment where you don't want other people hearing your audio.
The controls are simple and easy to learn. In the right ear cup, we only have one control, the toggle between Bluetooth and 2.4 GHz dongle mode. Everything else is in the left ear cup. My favorite is the volume wheel. I prefer this than a button since it's easier to locate and control while wearing the headset.
The top button is to control the music mode and lighting. Single press here will rotate you to the 3 music mode: music, movie, and 7.1 surround mode. Double pressing it will turn on or off the RGB lighting mode. Unfortunately, we only have one lighting style here, and this lighting style is very common from many other headsets as well, so nothing special about it. The middle button here is for the microphone. It's a toggle to mute and unmute the mic.
And the last button here is the power button, which turns on and off the headset with a 2-second press. Single press will let you play and pause music or answer and hang up a call. Then double press is for rejecting calls. Surprisingly, they did not provide a next and previous track controls, as well as a dedicated shortcut for activating a phone's voice assistant, which are pretty much common to most headsets nowadays.
One thing I also want to correct from my earlier assessment is the software. EPOMAKER now provides an official GX1 driver for Windows and Mac OS, so there is software support available. That gives the GX1 more flexibility than I initially thought, although I personally spent most of my testing using the onboard controls.
Battery life has been very good in my experience.
EPOMAKER rates the 2000 mAh battery for approximately 30 hours, with a claimed charging time of around 3 hours and 20 minutes. My real-world usage was around 25 hours before I needed to charge it, but that's because I normally used it for 3 to 4 hours at a time, with plenty of idle periods, for more than a week. And when I charge it, it's not empty yet, maybe around 15% remaining. With all this considerations, I think even it lasts more than 30 hours. I usually charged it around a 7 to 8 day cycle, and charging generally took around 2.5 hours because I wasn't starting from completely empty. So again, it might be faster that claimed 3 hours and 20 minutes charging time. While charging, you can turn on the headset and still use it wirelessly. One gripe that I have on charging though, in the manual, it says that the LED will turn green when the headset is charged, but that does not happen. The LED remains red even when it is already 100% charged. But again, this might be because I have an early edition unit here. Based on my usage and charging, I am very satisfied with the battery performance of the EPOMAKER GX1, which remains true and even surpasses all their claims.
The GX1 gives you both a built-in microphone and a detachable boom microphone with ENC, or environmental noise canceling. Without the boom, the built-in mic works, but the voice sounds farther away, very similar to what I would expect from a typical TWS headset. The boom microphone is noticeably better. My voice becomes clearer, louder, and more natural.
There's also a foam windscreen covering the boom mic, which helps with wind and plosive sounds. Unfortunately, I lost mine after unboxing. The ENC is decent rather than exceptional. In my testing, it reduced a good amount of normal background noise, but it struggled more with heavy wind and sharper, high-pitched sounds. I'll let you hear the actual microphone samples, so you can judge for yourself.
This is a microphone test of the EPOMAKER GX1 without using the detachable microphone boom. Hello, mic test mic, hello, mic test mic, hello. Hello, this is a test of the microphone of the EPOMAKER GX1 and now I'm using the microphone boom. Hello, mic test mic, hello, mic test mic, hello. Hello, this is a microphone test of the EPOMAKER GX1 with the microphone boom but with a heavy wind in front of my face. Hello, mic test mic, hello.
Now for the part that matters most. How does it sound?
The GX1 uses 50mm dynamic drivers with a published frequency response of 20 Hz to 20 kHz. And honestly, I really enjoy the sound. Music mode is my favorite because it gives me the strongest bass. It's energetic, fun, and works especially well with pop, EDM, hip-hop, and action-heavy games.
Movie mode puts more emphasis on vocals while retaining good bass, so dialogue is easier to follow. And 7.1 mode reduces the bass considerably and gives me a more balanced presentation, with more emphasis on the treble and mids. For gaming, I actually prefer the 7.1 mode when I want to focus on positional sounds, while music mode is what I normally use for entertainment.
Just remember that the 7.1 effect is virtual surround processing, not physical 7.1 speakers. And because the GX1 is officially open back, the soundstage feels more open. But the trade-off is that sound leakage is quite noticeable, which is something to be aware of, especially if you are in an enclosed place and listening to something confidential or indecent. So, is the EPOMAKER GX1 worth it? For me, yes. At around $49.99, this is a very feature-packed headset. You get triple mode connectivity, low latency 2.4 GHz wireless, a detachable microphone, RGB lighting, 3 sound profiles, a large 2000 mAh battery, and very comfortable memory foam padding. Compared with something like the Red Dragon H848 Pro, which is around the same price and connectivity options, the GX1 gives me larger 50mm drivers and a much bigger battery, although the Red Dragon is dramatically lighter at around 178 grams. The GX1's weaknesses are mainly its bulk, heat buildup, sound leakage, lack of multi-point Bluetooth, the absence of a companion app, and some convenient media controls. Some nitpicks also includes not having any case, nor a pouch. The lighting effect is mediocre, not being able to swivel left and right, and cannot be folded too. And that LED indicator that remains red forever when charging. But for what I use a headset for, gaming, music, movies, and work calls, I think the GX1 gets the important things right. Would I personally continue using it? A definite yes. It's comfortable enough for long sessions, the battery is dependable, the wireless connection is stable, and I genuinely enjoy the sound. So if you are looking for an affordable gaming headset that can also double as an everyday headset for work and entertainment, I think the EPOMAKER GX1 is definitely worth considering. For around $50, this is a very solid package.
If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. If it has helped you in any way, please do consider subscribing to the channel. Nila Suj for watching. Nobayer.